Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today I want to talk about it. What happened to the Nissan Z? Yes, guys, the current model Nissan Z. We thought they were gonna be it's gonna take over and come at the Supras, and it seems like though the car world community, the car quiet community has gotten so quiet. So I want to take a look at some of the Nissan Z prices, and maybe this could be the reason why. Honestly, a lot of us Nissan Z that just hasn't caught traction. So guys, let's go. Let's jump into the video. First thing, shout out to my Boost in Motion family. Much love. I appreciate you guys for your support. And if you're new to the Boost in Motion channel, I'm Boost. I love my Nissan Infinities. I definitely dibble dabble in the foreign vehicles, but today I want to talk about the Nissan Z because I thought this car would have gotten a lot more traction over the last 2 years, and it really hasn't. And it could actually be dealing with the average price. So, guys, let's jump into that. So, first thing is, I'm going to use Car Gurus today. The reason why I like to use Car Gurus is because they keep actual price trends of Nissan Zs. And pretty much you get to know, honestly, how much these cars are going for. Remember when they came out with this Nissan Z, the initial price for their base level was supposed to be $40,000. Bare bones, nothing. But during the pandemic, a lot of these prices were a lot of people paid over the sticker. So it was 10, 20, $30,000 above sticker for a base model. Now we're in 2024, about 2 years later, or a year and a half, 2 years later, and I looked at the prices and I found something quite astounding. So let me show you quickly. Let's not even make this a long video. So we've only had about 2 years, 2023 and 2024. And we're going to put in the metrics for, let's put in 2022, just in case. Set date, update that. And it's going to show us where the prices have started. Well, let's take off the Car Guru Index. Let's take that off, right? So we only have two, and let's put the 2 years in. All right, cool. We got two metrics here, right? Two metrics, 2022, 2023, and a regular Z. Now, if you guys don't notice that these cars were selling starting of late 2022 above $75,000. That was for the people who were buying these cars at a high price. They were paying over sticker for these cars. Remember, they were starting off 40, and I think the performance model was about $50,000. It could be optional close to 60. This affected the market and it decimated the pricing because now if you're a dealership and you're pretty much a dealership and you sell these cars, you're going to follow the price trends of everyone else. So it doesn't matter if the car sold for $40,000. If that car sold for 60, then guess what? Now 60 is going to be where we're moving our way down from, not 40. So this to me has actually affected the market a lot because this car was supposed to be affordable rear-wheel drive sports car that you get manual or automatic. So the average day guy who likes a sports car was supposed to be able to afford this car for $40,000. Here's a quick reference: if you wanted to finance this car, 72 months, and at let's say you had good credit at interest of 7 to 8%, that means your car note would have been like $700 if you had good credit. About $700, $600, right? If you financed it. If you wanted to lease it, this probably would have leased probably for like, I don't know, I'll throw out a number, 700, right? Just throwing it out there. I noticed that $50,000 cars is right around $500 to $700. So somewhere between high fives to $700, this car could have leased for it. But because people paid over it, not a lot of people can afford it. So a lot of people missed out on the pleasure of getting an affordable sports car, and now they have to continue to wait. So look how in just a year and a half later, let's pick just the 2023 model, right? Because they didn't make as much models, right? The 2023 model sold for about $80,000. That's the earliest metric they have. And can I go a little bit earlier than that? No, I can't even go any earlier than that, right? Because that's where it starts. That means if you purchased your Nissan Z, whatever you paid, $80,000, about a year and a half later, the car is only worth $50,000. You guys burnt money. Whoever bought these cars burnt money. Some people are going to sit there and say that this was the Nissan Proto cells. Yes, they were the first model, so people paid an astronomical price. But we're also going to look at some of the Protos for sale and see how much money did people really lose. Because it's supposed to be a collector item, but guess what? Nissan has this thing about making cars a collector item and then making too much of them. Don't make them special enough so that they will hold value. So now A year and a half later, cars worth $50,000. Now let's look at the 2024 model, which should have started coming out somewhere late December. So it's been 6 months. It seems that some people choose to purchase them at about $76,000, or is this $91,000? I don't know who the hell paid this. They're just using a metric. It might have been a Nissan Nismo. Remember they came out with a Nismo model, but quickly that price dropped for whatever reason to 60 grand, and we're now cruising right around 50,000. It went up a little bit. It went up a little bit late in the last month, but it dropped about $50,000 about a month ago on the average sale or average sale and/or pricing on Car Gurus. So if you would have purchased a Nissan Z in December of this year, you would have only depreciated about $5,000 to $10,000 if you spend $60,000 on it. But if you would have purchased it back when with the 2024 model, you lost a lot of money. You lost a lot of money. You lost about $30,000 already. Cars are always going to depreciate. So let's quickly look at some examples and break down, see where we're at right now. So the first we have is a Nissan Proto. I'm in Brooklyn, so I'm putting nationwide here for 2024 and 2023 models. But you're gonna see something here that I find quite funny. So this one says a Nissan Sport Road Drive. Well, it's not even a Proto then. That someone just wrapped it that color because it doesn't even have the special wheels of the Proto. All of these are the sports. These are not even the performance ones. The performance one, $43,000, right? And we're gonna blow through this. Bear with me, guys. We're gonna go through some other metrics quickly. Okay, $46,000. So you're telling me the 2023 model with 8,000 miles is selling for pretty much what MSRP is a year later. You see what I'm saying? This car's MSRP was probably 40 something thousand dollars, and a year later, after being driven, it's selling for the same price. Someone bought this car, enjoyed it, and then got rid of it at a loss. You get what I'm trying to say? But when you have money, you can do this type of stuff. And we only see sports here. Now let me change the trim level to, bear with me guys, we're gonna go to performance road drive. Right? That should change up everything. Alright, what's the lowest one? So right around once again, 2023 miles, 42, 43, 2024. Don't you guys find that funny? This one's a 2023 model with 43,000 miles, right? It's a performance one, right? 43,000. But then you have a 2024 with less mileage going for about the same price. This is California, but there's probably another 2024 here around the same price. California always has some weird pricings. No, it actually doesn't. So it's probably that one, just that one. Okay, this one's $46,000 for their performance road drive, and it's 46. So what's gonna happen is the prices of these cars are going to intersect or be very close to each other because the 2023 models guys paid over stickers, so they have to depreciate. But then the 2024 models have less demand, so they're going to sell for MSRP or slightly below. So they're either intersecting, pause no diddy, or they're going to be super close with each other. So at this point, if you want to purchase a Nissan Z, just purchase a brand new one. Or, well, if you want to, I don't think you should ever buy a brand new car in the first place. But if you want to lease one, or if you want to buy one slightly certified pre-owned that was already driven, at least you save on depreciation with that one, and you're getting a much better deal in a newer car. The 2023s have just not depreciated yet, and it's going to take a little while for them to continue to depreciate. So let's take a look at the Proto Zs, because these are ones that idiots overpaid for, saying, "I got the money, I'm gonna overpay." Let's see where these cars stand at. All right, so they stand at about $50,000, 53, 56, 50, and that's about it. These are only examples that they have out right now between the threshold of $60 and $50,000. So that gives you that lets you know, guys, where you're currently at when it comes for the Proto Z. So some people spent 70, 80 grand for this car, and they've already lost about $20,000. And remember, this is just the retail value. So we're not talking about the auction dealership pricing, so which could be a lot less. It could be like, let's say $36,000 what these cars are worth. I'm telling you, man, that the dealer auction prices for cars now, both like, is so low that these dealerships are making money. I don't care what no one's saying. There is a surplus of vehicles for sale. So in the dealership market, it's super cheap. But that doesn't mean that they transfer those savings to the retail market. So if these cars are selling in the dealer's auction for $35,000, you would assume, okay, they're selling for like 40, 45. No. If the market is saying they still yield them for 50, they're going to sell them for 50. That's a $15,000 spread on top of whatever add-ons and financing and everything else they add on top. So if you come into becoming a dealer right now, I don't think you're gonna have a bad time because you're buying cars for pretty much what they depreciated for. There's a surplus of it, and the car prices are still high enough where there's still enough difference to actually make enough money if you know between the spread, if you know what I mean. And finally, you have the Nismo rear-wheel drive. I see that there's 12 of them available here. And I'm actually surprised. These ones are used. So people actually went out and purchased the Nissan Nismo rear-wheel drives, and they're selling for $60,000. I think this is probably the best bet. If you were going to buy a Nissan Z, I think these make the most sense because they have some kind of depreciation depending on what the MSRP is. I don't know the MSRP of these cars, so I'm assuming these MSRP is probably $65,000 to $70,000. So maybe not because these are probably still at or very close to MSRP. So give this another 6 months to a year to purchase a Nissan Z. Probably, you know what? Buy a Nissan Nismo in winter and make sure you buy it from a northeast or north dealership because obviously these cars are not going to sell like hotcakes. If you're in Florida or somewhere like Texas, maybe somewhere like that where it's warmer, these cars will probably have a better value. But these cars actually look really good, and I didn't hear too much about the Nissan Zs. There was one other metric I think I wanted to show you guys. No, I'll leave it at that. What I want to say. Oh, okay, price drops. This is what I'll show you. So this shows you the ones who had the recent price drops recently. And I want to pick one. I try not to look at Texas because they have like a different way that you look at auto check and Carfax, and they had a lot of flood cars back in the day. I know this isn't gonna be a flood car now, but they just do their things a little differently than most other states. And California is also super weird too. Um, all right, so we'll look at this one with, see the difference here? This one has 23,000 miles, and this one has 7,500 miles. You telling me that I can go purchase one with almost 15,000 miles less for about the same price? You get what I'm saying? I don't like the threshold difference here, and it's only because this one's in New York and this one's in Florida. You would assume the one in New York either is priced too high or the one in Florida is priced too low. But let's check the one I hate New York. Let me look at Florida, right? Let's see what the price difference is. And spread, usually they show updates. One accident reported, only one owner. And it's only been at this dealership for 11 days from what they said. And there's no price. The price reduction was from 43,000, so it only went down. It only went down about $1,500. So they're actually trying to get rid of this car soon. The below value thing, guys, doesn't mean so much a dealership pricing. The below value means what is like the average or medium price of what is posted on Car Gurus for, and then they control their own metrics on that one. Let me look at this New York dealership quickly. I'm sorry for holding you guys up. I'm actually super nosy about this one. So two previous owners. So someone bought this car, then someone else bought it and enjoyed it, and they got rid of it. So this one has been at the dealership for 25 days, but it says 86 days on Car Gurus. Sometimes that is pretty much they might have posted it and taken it down and posted it back again. So they originally posted this car up about 3 months ago for 46,000, and now they have it listed for 42 or 43,000. So it has come down about $5,000. This car is not selling. And to be honest with you guys, I think you guys should hold out. Don't buy this car. Don't buy any Nissan Zs. As crazy as that may sound, don't buy it. Don't go purchase these cars. Stay away from them. The reason being is these dealerships are going to continue to take all you guys' money. They don't care. I'm sorry. They're going to do it. That's just what the day and age is right now. They're going to continue to take your money, man. This car is a performance rear-wheel drive, 2023. The MSRP of this car was probably high 40s, low 50s because it's a performance rear-wheel drive. That's the original MSRP, and now it's at 42. The car's been at this lot for about 90 days. Every month, these dealerships have to pay technically If they have a line of credit, you have to pay interest on it. So this car is costing them money to have it on the lot. So it's been about 3 months. It might be time to walk in there and give them a deal. Hey, listen, man, I'm looking to purchase a car. Give it to me for $39999. They might tell you no, get out of here. They don't want to do that. But if you tell them, hey, listen, I'm not playing. I got my own financing, or if you have cash, you go and you buy it. And I think they would actually take it because number one, it's been there for 3 months. Number two, I hate to say it's only $3,000, but it's only $3,000. Don't go there with a trade in with negative equity that's gonna throw you off. So honestly, that's my honest opinion, guys. So you guys can do with that information as you please, but it seems that these cars, repeat, it seems that these cars aren't as wanted, or they're a little bit too expensive for what people can afford right now, and that makes a lot of sense. I get it. I get it. It's Nissan Z. It's a beautiful car. I love it. I still, if I get one, it's not. I'm not really gonna do performance. I'm just gonna put some nice wheels on it, lip kit, and just make it look clean. There's literally no sexy, no good looking Nissan Z's in Brooklyn. I have yet to see a nice one yet. Period. So outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. I really appreciate you guys for your support. Otherwise than that, guys, you have a good day. I appreciate you.